What's up, tribe? How you guys doing? So this is gonna be the Masked Singer. We are in Group B, the final. So they actually had a double elimination. So the first group, the first person was the Seahorse. Some of the clues: Nashville Christmas, two kids. In this episode, they had someone from their life come in, so they had the spiritual advisor. Um, and they talked about, so they let you know the person is very spiritual, whatever. She's saying "Hit Me Baby One More Time" by Britney Spears. Now, I came up with a couple of guesses. I think we said Leanne Rhymes and a few other people, but they actually came up with somebody really good tonight. Kelly Pickler. Kelly Pickler. And I think that that's actually not a bad guess. The Christmas movie, she has done some Hallmark Christmas, at least one I know of. Um, she is a Christian. I know she has at least one kid. I wasn't sure about the two. So I thought that wasn't a bad guess, but I still like Leanne Rhymes as well. But definitely Kelly Pickler is on my list. She's on my radar. I like it. Croc. I ain't have a whole lot for Croc. Step by Step. New Kids on the Block. The DJ is a really good friend. Said something about them hitting 6 continents in however many hours. So like maybe a world tour type situation. So I feel like this is somebody who's definitely in the industry on some level. This person saying "Bleeding Love" by Leona Lewis. They sounded really, really good. But those were some of the guesses. Were Jordan Knight. Who was it? Somebody else. Jordan Knight and somebody else. But I don't know. But I definitely feel like I get a boy bander vibe, or definitely somebody who's been in the industry. That whole step by step kind of stuck with me. The way they said it, I was like, okay, all right, cool. Whatchamacallit, listen, all I had forgot from Whatchamacallit was that this person is an athlete. I saw London. They said they won a championship. Um, they were rapping. They did "Lean Back" by Terror Squad, Fat Joe. And I feel like every song they did was a rap. So they never sang, right? But I just feel like it's an athlete. Now, which athlete? I don't know. I feel like a basketball player. I didn't get football player vibe off of this person. I got basketball player vibe off of them. But that's what I got. Listen, I've been doing really bad this year. I don't have any really good guesses. Okay. Then we have the Serpent. Now, with the Serpent, we had medical. They kept bringing. Okay, they kept bringing us back to medical shows. Um, and again, remember my guesses in the beginning were like the guy from Hamilton and all of that. But now I'm kind of like, I don't know, like maybe it is a medical person or whatever. And they came up with a really good guess, Donald Faison. And I was like, okay. And that person saying, "Cool" by the Jonas Brothers. And one of the clues was that I've sung on stage with one of you before. And so, Donald Faison was on Scrubs, and it did sound like Donald Faison. Like when I listened, I was like, and they said that Donald Faison can sing. I think somebody said they've sung on something with him before, and that he does have a nice voice. The guest judge, I forgot who she was, but she said that she was from I think Curb Your Enthusiasm. I think she's from. I think one of those shows. Anyway, so then we got down to the guesses. So they had to eliminate two people. So the person that moved on, the one person that moved on was the Seahorse. Seahorse moved on, and the other person that moved on was the Croc. So that left Whatchamacallit and Serpent. Now Whatchamacallit, when they unveiled him, now what was funny was Dr. Ken had actually guessed who this person was. And because y'all know how Dr. Ken starts here and goes all the way around the world, and he connects the craziest things. But if you listen to Dr. Ken has actually made some good guesses. Dr. Ken has actually guessed some really, really good guesses. He actually guessed the winner of the basketball player that could sing. He actually guessed him, and he kept guessing him every week. He kept guessing him. So he actually guessed this person, and even Nick Cannon was like, "How did you come up with that?" And he was like, "Well, because blah 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 blah." Well, he guessed Lonzo Ball, and guess what? It was Lonzo Ball. What he had figured out was the 3B was in a lot. Somewhere 3B was in a couple of the clue packages. And anybody you know anything about Lonzo Ball and his brothers and his dad, they have that whole 3B logo, Big Baller Brand. So it was Lonzo Ball. It was cool, 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 Lonzo. Then we had the Serpent. Um, and this one, Nicole had actually guessed this person. Once they had the clue that we sung on stage together, Nicole made the guess that, I don't know if you guys remember, back at the beginning of COVID, you know, a lot of videos were going viral. A lot of things were going viral of different medical professionals and the things that they were doing. And I vaguely remember this guy going viral. It was a doctor. He was a surgeon, and he was singing "Imagine." And I remember it, but you know, and and Nicole guessed it because she said that she had performed a benefit with him, and she remembered his voice, Dr. Elvis, and it was Dr. Elvis, and it was cool. It was cool to see him because again, he went viral at the beginning or in the early stages of the pandemic, and he went viral for singing, and just being one of those healthcare givers, like giving all big ups to these healthcare, these first responders, these people who are on the front lines, especially with the numbers going back up. And they're just so overwhelmed, and they're working so hard. And it was a moment. Dr. Ken got emotional because you know he is actually a real doctor, and his wife is a doctor. And he said, you know, we just get it. You know, my wife, we remember you, and we saw you singing, and it was just a moment, you know. And so it was really cool. But that's what it was, you guys. That's our Masked Singer for this week. Sorry it's a little late, but we'll see who's up next week. Yeah, I guess Group C has to do their final eliminations next week. We'll see who we see. Peace.